This is a super cool find. Happened to see a sign on the side of the road. Gotta go in. Let's go. Oh, wow. '42 Harley. '42 Indian. '39 BMW R12. Oh, fun. We have got some things here to see. BSAs, Triumphs. Wow. Who knew this many? I've never seen one of these KLRs with the diesel engine in it that the U.S. Marines used. Very cool. And Harley-Davidson. Wild. I can see there's going to be a lot to see here. Oh, very cool. Pretty overwhelming, really. Oh, a Honda Dream. A '54 Honda Dream. Are you kidding me? Wowzers. '66 Ducati. Look at that thing. All right, I gotta buy a ticket. Ooh, anyone want to win this bike, you can enter a raffle. I'm gonna have to do that.
Who has relocated here.
Okay.
But these three bikes, I'm sure you are familiar with different bike cultures.
Sure.
Okay, these three bikes were painted by Avago.
Oh, wow.
That's why they're green, because that's their bike color.
Look at that.
And that's a California. And that is a California, I can say because I know one of them.
Look at that.
Anyways, look at, and oh, there's like a, what is there? Oh, there's like, is there money? Yeah, there's a real $50 bill under there. So anyways, enjoy yourself. If you think of any more questions, I will do my best to answer them.
Oh, thank you so much. Look at that. They're even playing Easy Rider in the... This is so cool. Very cool. Great. I'll be honest, guys, there is so much here. There's no way I'll be able to show it all to you. I just better get busy filming stuff, and I'm gonna have to let it speak for itself. There's so much here. J&P motorcycle parts. This is, you know, the legacy of that owner. He started all of this. He bought these. He owned them. Wow, a Harley-Davidson snowmobile. This is actually a really cool display of Harley-Davidsons. Oh, Sprint. Crazy. I had one of those in front of my house not long ago. being moved. Look at this. How many of these are left? Wowzers. Oh my. My next cross-country trip, I think, will be on this bike. I'm going to have to make arrangements. Black one's a 48 Harley-Davidson. I mean, geez, guys, there's just way too much. I kind of remember like these things actually still being ridden around Fargo when I was younger. Huh. Ooh, that's quite a panhead there. Wowzers. A bunch of panheads in a row here. Hydroglide, dual glides. Great colors too. That seat looks comfortable, but I bet it doesn't absorb sweat at all. That would be a hot, sticky mess pretty quickly. That is an interesting Sportster. I gotta admit, I have never seen one of these. I don't know what I'm looking at. I have to read the plaque on this. 1971 Sportster boat tail. Wow. Now we're getting to the old ones. 1915 with the sidecar. You know, you can really see the evolution from the bicycle to the motorcycle. The single down tube frame. The engines that are kind of somewhat modeled after the JAP. But of course they aren't JAP engines, they are Harley engines. But there's a similarity. The technology was what it was in the day. So this was Steve McQueen's personal Indian chief, a 1947, exactly as he left it when, I guess he used to ride it according to the placard, and that is actually his sleeping bag, again according to the placard. So I guess Steve McQueen has literally slept in that. Huh. Of course, I've literally slept in my sleeping bag and no one cares. Steve McQueen sleeps in a sleeping bag. Suddenly people take notice. I mean, I'm not complaining. I wanted to come back to this 2005 Indian Larry Memorial. Look at that tank. I mean, the engine too. Look at the machine work on the side of the fins. And the leather work. You know, I mean, anybody that watches my channel knows that I'm obviously not a diehard V-twin Harley-Davidson American metal guy, but you gotta respect art done well. Really nice Vincent. But with dual discs, that thing is I would love to ride that and see what a performer it actually is. That's a beast. Oh my, look at this thing. Look at that suspension. Leaf spring suspension. You know, Springer front end, but leaf Springer. There's some pretty cool customs. A lot of V-twin hardware in here. But trust me, as you saw with the Honda Dream, there's more to come, and it's not all Harley-Davidson. You may ask, what function do these serve? I'm gonna guess they're a bit like nipples on a man, purely ornamental. Along with quite a bit of ornament here. Oh, wow. Oh, I can honestly say I've never seen one of these. 1960 Pannonia with Duna sidecar. Wow. Even at the Quail, I have not seen that. This is a great exhibit of women riders. This bike traveled 50 states and 141,000 miles. Maureen Clark of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This Honda ST, DJ Jones. How many miles did she do? Well, more than I've done on this trip, let's put it that way. I've been on a lot of states on this trip, though. I've even touched West Virginia and New Jersey. Looks like DJ Jones had more than one bike, but she likes the Hondas. I don't blame her. You know, when you're gonna do serious miles, you want serious reliability. Those of you who have read my book know about University Motors, and these things were on display brand new in that showroom at the time, and we just thought the Aspencade in this configuration was like as good as it gets. Of course, this is a fuel injected model. I don't know that I would want to own one now as a vintage bike, because it's just too hard to find parts for the fuel injection system, but what a gem. Love little bikes. This couple owned the first Harley-Davidson dealership in Iowa. This Henderson reminds me of one I saw at the Quail years back. Might even be the same bike, but I'm sure some of these do travel to the Quail at times. Man, that is unbelievable. 1915 Henderson. Do you think the rear cylinder is as cool as the front cylinder? Probably not. Scott Flying Squirrel. Yes, you're looking at a 1930 liquid-cooled motorcycle. In case you thought that was an innovation from the later 20th century, guess again. Ooh. I don't know if I would like to be maintaining one of these on my cross-country trip. How amazing. Okay, Bruff fans, here it is. SS100. Look at that. (1916) Thor Model U. I've never, but now I have. Incredible. Wowzers. That is in incredible shape. What are we pressurizing there? Oil, I imagine. So cool. Oh my gosh. The design here is out of this world. This might be one of the coolest motorcycles I've ever seen. 1962 Victoria 155.
2 years out of high school, I started a small motorcycle shop in Anamosa here with my high school biology. 1979, he and I broke up the business, and I started trying to
Honda CB 450. That was one of the early predecessors of one of the most influential bikes of all time, which I've yet to see in here, but I've probably not been in the right section. Another Thor. 1909. I'm like, where are they getting rubber for these things? 1947 Douglas T35S.
First antique bike I bought was actually this yellow one behind us here. It's a 1955 Harley-Davidson Panda. It sort of tells the story of David Cycles story.
We had enough money to buy that bike, and we didn't get enough money to spend the night in a hotel, so we slept in the van.
This bike probably has about 50,000 miles on it, so it's been ridden. A lot of people want me to just quit and not start over.
52 Vincent Rapide in red. I've seen in black, not in red. No chain on it, interestingly. Wonder why. Maserati motorcycle. Yes, that's the Maserati brand you know from Cars. Did you know they made motorcycles? I actually had heard that once, but I've never seen one. This was called a cycle car. It's a three-wheeler from 1913 in Indianapolis, Indiana. SPAC. That is something. Don't worry, Swedish viewers, Husqvarna is represented from 1928. really nice. Anders, can you believe this thing is sitting here in Iowa? I saw one of these at the Quail years ago in Allstate. Super cool little bike. Twingle. So the Allstate was sold by Sears and Roebuck. You could order one of these out of a catalog. To me, that looks like a pretty well-built bike, frankly. Okay, Indian fans, here they come. Oh, Rodney. Rodney, do you remember? Again, those of you who have read my book know about Rodney's Indian moped. Well, there's one right there. That is so interesting to see again in person. I believe Rodney's was black, though. The white, that seems new to me. Indian Chief. Little Junior Scout from 39. Wow. Look at the little distributor and cap and rotor there. That is fun. Another full-size Scout. Big old yellow Chief. Royal Enfield Indian, 1959, a British motorcycle restyled and rebadged, sold as Indian. Crazy. What a history this brand has had. Now owned by Polaris Industries out of Minnesota, who is doing big things with the brand, but, you know, honestly a far cry from all these. But still. Wow, and look. '94 prototype of an Indian. I believe that's when it was a California-owned company. Don't quote me on that. And speaking of Polaris, we have a very early victory in here. 1999. It's pretty damn cool. The Whitley of Coventry. Is that a J&P? No. Still looking for a JAP engine. BSA represent. This is really an amazing place. 72 BSA Lightning. That is a big framed bike. That wheelbase looks like my V-Stroms. Ooh, NSU. Germany's represented. And Zundap. And the Opel. Beautiful Moto Guzzi. What a gem. And the BMWs. R4, R12, 1939. So we saw one of those in the military version out front. The R11. That was built right after Hitler took the chancellery. Some 4-cylinder Indians. Oh, what a beauty. Just amazing. Another 4. Oh, midget racers. 3-wheelers. Please let me take it for a spin. Wow. Midget. I remember reading a book about midget racing as a kid. That thing is a gem. Wow. Now, we've seen a Burt Munro in one of my past quail episodes. So here we have a whole bunch of Italian motorcycles represented. Alpino. What is this? I have not seen one of these. Oh, socks. Justice Brothers used to sell their products. All right, board track racing. Who's with me? Let's bring this back. Wow. How much fun. Beautiful aerial. Do we have an aerial for? Oh, Rudge. Is there an aerial 4? I have seen one of those. Yes, there. Yeah, that's a 4. The square 4. You're looking at a parallel square 4-cylinder engine. 1000 cc. Try to get your head wrapped around how the rear cylinders on that are cooled. 1947. Here's a 58 version, so I mean, there's 11 years. They didn't give up on it right away. It's Velocette. Oof. Sunbeam always makes beautiful engines. Well, the whole bike's beautiful, but I've always liked their engines. Well, guys, I mean, I really got to get going. Ooh, Norton, John Player. Haha. Can you see that just like ripping through the Isle of Man? How much fun that would be. I have seen one of these before. Vincent. New Hudson. I have not seen one of those in person. HRD Vincent. Oh, another Bruff. Really, really nice. Vincents and Bruffs and BSAs. You know, so BSA was clearly chasing the Bruff. I don't know how successful they were. I can't say I've ever seen an 80cc Bruff. There's one. And here's a JAP engine in a Bruff with overhead valves. But that's pretty dang quick for the era. I mean, can you imagine going 100 miles an hour in 1930? That had to be absolutely mind-blowing. Oh boy, Honda time. Honda can play with the best of them. Soichiro started quite a company. What a history. Let's just kind of run through this here without comment. Kind of speaks for itself, although when I get to the first CB750 I'm gonna stop, and I do believe I see it. Oh no, it's a 450. A 354. Everybody loves that exhaust. I really need to get my hands on one of those, and I have had my hands on two of these in the past. It's too bad I let them go. Of course, I have a CX in my garage now. There you are, baby. Hello. It's a nice example. I don't know that it's a sand cast. It's not labeled here. Oh yeah, 69, so that probably is sandcast. Honda wasn't committed to the design yet, so they didn't want to like make tooling that was too expensive until it was a proven success. So they were sandcasting the crankcases in order to just save money. Got a CBX in here. Very, very cool. And I'm so happy to see a CB900 custom in here. I've restored one of these, and I should not have let it go. Although this one is in much better condition than the one that I had. Not much. It was nice. Ah, my dad will appreciate this one. Shriners would ride them in parades. The slipper for the Goldwing 1100. I'm going to have to look up where that temple is located. Those of you who watch a series know that I used to mow the lawns at El Zagel Temple, but I'm not sure where that temple is located. Each region and city had their own temple. Well, still has their own temple. 80 Goldwing 1200. No, 80 would be in 1100. Then the 1200 came in, I think, 84, if I'm correct. Guys, there's too much. I got to get going. I bet I can find a JAP up there, though. I'm sure I could find a JAP. Oh, an Excelsior. Wow. Very, very cool. Hill climbing. Another crazy American, well, not strictly American, but just crazy idea. But why not? Why not? Rodney, I think I finally figured out a good purpose for the extended swing arm. Ooh, H2 powered hill climber. I bet that thing rips. Huh. Steam engine powered motorcycle. Wonder if that would be fun to ride in a hot day. Water witch. Now how cool is that thing? You know, you think we're pretty advanced today. John Deere. I had no idea they did little outboards. I own an old Johnson Seahorse that's, I believe, a 46. I don't see one in here. This would be like the closest thing to it, but mine's still a bit more advanced than that one. It's in my brother's garage. Meant to restore it and had to move to California. Well, guys, I'm telling you, man, there's just too much. I gotta figure out what's up with this aircraft here. Rotary engine. That is pretty cool. Looks like it's a two-stroke. $1909. Oh, it's rotary, not radial. The entire engine spins. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, that'd cool the cylinders, wouldn't it? Way cool. You can see me in that. It's so shiny. You see what I'm seeing? Of course you are. Look at that. Too cool. John Barham, 1953. Bonneville, obviously. And the Chevy V8 is not left out either. Various race bikes. from drag to track to Bonneville, Salt Flats. Buell represented. NSU 54, wow. Is that a Honda? Oh, CR77 replica. Wow. Super cool. Steam cycle replica, 1867. Flying Merkel, 1915.
Headdress that comes all the way back. That's cool. For every art project, every art piece, you know, how do you know when anything is done? People go to work when they're done when the day is done.
Never heard of a Shaw.
When you are the artist, you're the creator of the thing. You know, it's done when you say.
1917-18 model H22.
But I mean, with the bicycle, there are certain rules and regulations.
You know, what can I say other than if you are coming through the United States on a trip, I don't care if you're on your bike or your car and you're in Iowa, you've got to stop by this place.
Are you digging it or what?
Oh, it's overwhelming. It's just so fantastic. Yeah, guys, the National Motorcycle Museum in Anamosa, Iowa is that's something to do. That was fun. What a great day. No rain. Camping tonight. I'm really looking forward to camping again. So I gotta get on the road.